Hey everybody, Chef Mark Garcia with chefmarkgarcia.com, and today we're working with the products from HeartBrand Beef. You can find out all about them at heartbrandbeef.com. Today I'm using the beef inside skirts. I've been doing some recipes with both the ground beef and the inside skirts showing everyday uses for the 100% Akaushi beef. Now remember, this is the 100% Wagyu that's naturally raised. It grades 2 grades above prime, which means prime is the highest you can get in this country for steak. Akaushi is 2 grades above that. Now, they have wonderful steaks, as you can imagine, that you can get or you see in some of the finer steakhouses or retailers around the country. But what about the everyday? Well, you're missing out if you're not trying these recipes with the ground beef or with the inside skirt. They're priced appropriately, that they make them very, very useful for daily meals during the week or during the weekend. You've seen some of them on the video channel here. Well, today I'm going to show you 2. Now, this is going to be a little bit longer video, but I'm going to show you 2 recipes. It's going to be broken down in 2 parts. I think you'll gain a lot out of it. We're going to make Akaushi beef fajitas, and then I'm also going to show you how to make beef quesadillas. Now remember, HeartBrand beef, it's named that, the company's named that for a reason. It's the only beef that the American Heart Association has given a recommendation that you can eat. The cows are genetically predisposed to have the healthy LDL levels, or the healthy cholesterol, in the meat. All right, let's get started. So using the beef inside skirt, I'm going to get a pan on, and you can see I'm going to do kind of a stir fry for the fajitas. I'm going to do a little bit of, I like using macadamia oil. It's got a nice high smoke point, and it's got some kind of a neutral flavor, but it does add something to that. And we're going to kind of do a quick stir fry with the beef. So again, using beef inside skirt, and you know, these packages are anywhere from 8, 12, sometimes up to a pound. And they come in these long kind of rectangles that you can cut. Very simple. It's perfect for stir fry or for fajitas. You can cut them, you know, about the width of your pinky in these nice strips. As you can see, I've got some of the veggies already cut up that way as well. So what I'm going to do today, we're going to have a little bit of onions that I've sliced up. We've got some green bell peppers, some yellow, some orange. Those are wonderful today, and I'll show you how you clean up the bell pepper. I've also got some tomatoes, mushrooms, because some of you like to add those into your fajitas. We've got both the jalapeno and or the serrano peppers. Got some lettuce, a couple different cheeses, some sour cream, of course, that we're going to use for both the fajitas as well as for the quesadilla that we'll bake up in the oven. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to do a little bit of, and you can see the pan smoking hot here. You can probably hear those onions sizzle up. Now again, they're cut kind of the same width as the beef strips. I'm going to let those get sauteed in. Again, as I told you before, we cut up the beef strips. You can see in those nice, about half width of your pinky. So they'll stir fry very fast. That's what makes this a great dish during the week when you're short on time, need to get dinner up in a hurry, or if you're cooking on the weekends, you can do the same thing as well. All right, I'm going to add in, now I'm just making a small batch here, so about a quarter pound of the inside skirt. We'll get that stirred around a little bit. Now at this point you could add in some Worcestershire sauce or any other flavorings that you like to do. I think the beef is so wonderful just the way it is that I don't usually put too much seasoning. A little bit of salt, fresh ground black pepper. I'll put in a little bit of Worcestershire. Some folks also like to put in a little beer, a nice Shiner Bock, being from Texas. And by the way, the Akaushi beef is available on the web. It's a Texas-based company, the Beeman family. Wonderful groups. All right, so we're going to let those get. I'm going to put in some of the peppers. I'm also going to put in some of the jalapenos and tomatoes. Again, you can see the green. There were some wonderful orange bell peppers at the market today, which I thought would just be terrific today. And I'm going to show you a little trick for how you clean out peppers quickly without all those seeds getting in. Oh, that's looking nice. Yeah, that's coming together, and you can see we cook everything real time here, so you can see how fast and easy these dishes come together. Now I do like it hot, so I am going to throw in some fresh jalapenos that I chopped up here just a few minutes ago. Get those all in the pan. I love those that give it a nice little smoke to it. Maybe going to put in a little bit of mushrooms. Now seasonings, if you wanted, besides just the salt and pepper, you could put in some cumin. You could put in a little bit of chili powder. I kind of tend to just go for the natural, let those flavors kind of meld in a little bit together. Okay, so let me show you a little trick for a bell pepper. we use a lot in the kitchens. What we're going to do is square off the ends, or the top and bottom. You can see I'm just taking those down, and don't throw those away. We're going to use those, by the way. We're going to chop those up a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is just take my knife and go right down the side of the bell pepper here, taking care to not disturb the seeds. And then I'm just going to kind of walk around and almost peel that outside pepper so I can get those nice matchstick or julienne cuts. You can see how I've separated those there together. Oh yeah, this is coming along nice. Look at that. The bell peppers, the mushrooms, the onions. My camera guy's going nuts here. He can smell it. He's been smelling all these recipes. So anyways, look at that. All the seeds, one place, nice and neat, none on my cutting board. And then I can take the bell pepper, it's now in these panels, and I can just flatten it down with my knife and just do those nice strips. Now notice, when you're at home, I want you to take care to always keep your eye on the knife. Don't look away, whatever you're doing. I'm a professional, so we tend to kind of cut corners a little bit here because we can get julienning so long, but I want you to be safe at home. You show up to the kitchen with 10 fingers, you leave with 10 fingers. So I'm doing a nice simple julienne here, and you can see how those come out. Great for fajitas, great for stir fry, great in salads too. And you can see I don't have the typical mess that's associated with green bell peppers because I don't have the seeds all over my cutting board. They're right here with that technique that I showed you. Now I also grabbed the bottom. Oh yeah, that's coming along nice. I grabbed the tops and bottoms to show you that we don't waste anything in the kitchen. You can still take those and either dice them up or do those nice strips. That way you're getting almost the entire outside of the pepper that you're going to use. We'll keep those in our bowl there. The onions, I sliced about that same thickness. I just took my onion here, gave it some nice juliennes after I peeled it. So really this dish, if you were cooking for a family of 2 or for a family of 4, what I have in here is one of the packages of the HeartBrand beef inside skirt steak. I would say a pepper of each, meaning a green, a yellow, a red, an orange if you can find it, half an onion. I've got about half a tomato here. I'm going to add some of the tomatoes in here just to give it a little bit more flavor. You can also add those in when you're making your fajitas with your tortillas. I like putting them together. And again, if you wanted to use a Worcestershire or some other sauce you can, the salt, pepper, you've got dinner ready. Now, I like doing corn tortillas. You can certainly do corn or flour for your fajitas. I'll really leave that up to you. And what I do when it's dinner time, I keep my skillet like this here. Once everything's ready, we do what's called family style. I simply put everybody's plates out with the tortillas that I warm up in the oven. And we just have everything. We'll get that oven set off here. We have everything where folks will come up and it's just an assembly line. So they'll take one of their plates, one of the tortillas, and again, whether you choose flour or corn. You can put a little bit of the cheese in there. I've got some fresh cheddar. I've also got a blend that I did of some Monterey Jack and a sharp cheddar. You can put that in. If you want to put in the tomatoes or the jalapenos or other veggies or the sour cream or guacamole. And what I do is just have folks make their fajitas right there, just like in the restaurants. They take it right off the stove and they got those set ready to go. That's wonderful.